Brett Weston was born on December 16, 1911, in Los Angeles, United States. He was the second son of Edward Weston, and perhaps the most artistically close of the four Weston boys to their photographer father. In 1925, Edward removed Brett from school so the 13-year-old could become his apprentice in Mexico City. Surrounded by revolutionary artists of the day, such as José Clemente Orozco, José Alfaro Siqueiros, Jean Charlot, and Diego Rivera, Brett began making photographs with his father's small Graflex camera. Early exposure to modern art impacted Weston's sense of form and composition, and his early images of natural and man-made subjects reveal a strong sense of design. He appreciated how the camera transformed close-up subjects, with photography's black and white tones further obscured an object's appearance. This tendency toward abstraction characterized much of his work throughout his nearly 70-year career. Although he acknowledged the artistic influence his father had on his work and spoke of his admiration for other photographers including Paul Strand, Charles Sheeler, and Henri Cartier-Bresson, Weston believed non-photographic artists impacted his work more. He proclaimed Georgia O'Keeffe to be the greatest American painter and admired the Blue Four, a group of Russian and German expressionists known for the vibrant color and emotion in their paintings. He was also moved by Constantine Brancusi and Henry Moore's sculptures, and Weston carved wood from an early age. He was also deeply influenced by music and dance. Returning to California in 1926, Brett continued to assist his father in his Glendale portrait studio while exhibiting and selling his own photographs. A group of 18 prints were included in the German show Film Unifoto, considered one of the most important avant-garde exhibitions held between the two world wars, when Weston was just 17. This recognition brought him international attention and inclusion in numerous exhibitions. In 1929, Brett and Edward moved to Carmel, California, where the Weston family, including Brett's 3 brothers, would maintain homes for the rest of their lives. At various times, Brett Weston also lived in Los Angeles, where he had his own studio and portrait business, and in New York, where he was stationed in the Army. He later traveled extensively on personal photographic trips to South America, Europe, Japan, Alaska, and Hawaii. Following a 1947 Guggenheim Fellowship, during which he photographed along the East Coast, he returned to Carmel to assist his ailing father and pursue his fine artwork, including wood sculpture that related to his own photographs. Beginning in 1938, Weston produced a series of portfolios, grouping together sets of his photographs for sale and distribution. Over the course of his career, he would create a total of 14 portfolios, ranging from between 10 and 20 prints apiece. Between 1950 and 1980, Brett Weston's style changed sharply and was characterized by bold, abstract imagery. The subjects he chose were, for the most part, not unlike the nature studies that interested him early in his career: plant leaves, knotted roots, and tangled kelp. He concentrated mostly on close-ups and abstracted details, but his prints reflected a preference for strong contrast that reduced his subjects to pure graphic form. In the late 1970s and 1980s, Weston spent much of his time on the Big Island in Hawaii. Brett Weston passed away on January 22, 1993, in Hawaii, United States.